You're such an idiot, it's just hard to even imagine. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you give a man a rat, you satisfy his rat desire. If a rat plays Monopoly with another rat, and rats do that, by the way, like lobsters, the little rat will always lose. That just shows you whose side God is really on. Then the losing rat will yell at the big rat, because he's the big rat, which inevitably results in mass genocide, which is what a rabbit would do.
You know what it is now. Boys and girls of the podcast world, Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler. Today's intro is brought to you by Tyler. This is straight improv, fresh off fresh off the intro. Hutch has already hit it. And Tyler, are you ready? Welcome us into the show. Ready. But your character is walking to my character, and you think I'm really pretty, but you're in a European nightclub, and you're trying to communicate with me over the music. All right, and action.
Is this really quick? I need some world building. Is this from the Euro trip? Remember Euro trip?
It's similar to Euro trip, yes, but this is your own character.
Rest in peace, Michelle Trachtenberg.
For real, yeah.
Okay, and so you're pretty in this. I'm supposed to get into that mindset where you're pretty.
Yeah, so you really need to sell this. You had to really play a convincing character here. Okay, and you're trying to pick me up.
I'm gonna have to yell into my mic.
You're trying to pick me up, but also you're trying to introduce the podcast. All right, and ready, action.
Hey, this is Tyler.
What?
With Until We Agree?
What? You're two?
Matt and
what?
Tyler. This is Tyler from Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler from Until We Agree.
I can't hear you. Do you think I'm pretty?
Add Until We Agree on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok minus Facebook.
That's fine, but do you think I'm pretty?
No.
Okay, dude, you had one job. You had two jobs to do, and you did one of them. Anyways, welcome back to Until We Agree.
That's called diverting.
Dude, you created
diverting expectations.
That's true. Like in The Office, when we all hated Michael Scott to start season 1, and then in season 2 they said maybe we should make him just the slightest bit likable, and that's what you did there. You made the character more grounded and real for the audience. Anyone who knows me, I think, may agree with that. And would be a great time for you to say, no, you're not that bad.
Right. That's called acting.
Dude, whatever, man. All right, welcome back to Until We Agree. New episode this week, and I can assure you all there is no Ronnie. Some are disappointed.
I've gotten mixed feedback on Ronnie.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Ronnie's energy,
right?
But then I think there was a bit of like, oh, this ain't what we're used to on this show, because we're chill guys, and then Ronnie had some chaotic energy in that episode. I feel like. We've established a mood on this show over the past year, and then Ronnie came in and we were just giggling. He was like catnip to us, as Conan always says.
Yeah, the Hunger Games. Yeah.
Yeah. No, catnip evergreen.
Yeah.
And so, new Hunger Games book out, by the way, all about Haymitch.
Yeah.
I never finished the third one, but for us it was fun. For the audience, I think it was fun. I think it was just a shock to the system. I think that's what we needed.
Yeah, it's just like it was like the COVID vaccine. So
just what we need.
Ronnie, I would love to have Ronnie back. Ronnie is fun. I don't know if we'll hear from him today though, and I think
it's all
we're
timing
gonna be okay.
with Ronnie. He's typically not home when which I think works better. I think that's the perfect way to schedule Ronnie, is when he's available, because.
Because
what?
Why? Because of course. What do you mean? Of course when he's available.
Because everybody has their thing. We've had 3 main guests on this podcast. We've had Noah, we've had Ginnick, we've had Ronnie. Ginnick comes on.
You would say Ronnie's more of a main character than like Kim or my fiance, who's been on like multiple times.
No, but I'm just looking at, there's 3 people in the server who's been on live.
3 men. Yes, I hear what you're saying. You're all about men.
3 people who have been on the server live. And so Ginnick comes on, he insults us, he gets very mad at you, it seems like, and then he helps us with our improv. Noah, also kind of mean a lot of the time, and just hangs around, lingers longer than he should. And
Noah might be on this call right now for all we know.
Noah's birthday though. Happy birthday, Noah. His birthday's coming up here in a few days.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then we got Ronnie, who for his first visit made quite the entrance, and that's all. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, he did a great job, and he did what a comedian, sketch comic, MCU actor based out of New York City would do, and he performed, and we appreciate that. Ronnie, come back anytime. You know where to find us.
We should have better content for Ronnie to join in on too. I think we kind of just like let him loose, and it was like, things got chaotic. And I think if we had some more things to go off of, I think it could have been it was great, but I think it could be even greater.
It felt like we were just going to try to dip our toe into Ronnie, and Ronnie put all of him into us.
Yo.
Anyways, Ronnie knows where to find us, and now you know where to find us, because you can find us anywhere at Until We Agree. If you're listening right now, there's a chance that you could give us a 5-star review. There's no other podcast that's getting Ronnie, Noah, and Ginnick on. I can tell you that right now. Check us out on TikTok. I posted my favorite video ever on TikTok this week. I was fighting Lin-Manuel Miranda and copyright law over and over again until I found a legal loophole that he will never know about. So go check that out. We put a lot of work into that. Check out our Instagram, where we are going semi-viral for the first time ever. And then if you're listening to this podcast, you're already checking out the podcast, but I implore you and beg you on my knees to keep listening, because we're not going anywhere.
Speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, that just reminded me. So I'm rewatching House, or not rewatching. I never watched it.
Okay.
But watching House for the first time, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is in season, I think I'm on 5, 6, whatever he's in a season.
You could say any number and I would believe you.
Okay. I believe it's season 6. And it's just the first few episodes, and spoiler alert for this, 15-year-old show, but House is in it's like a mental health clinic type deal.
Oh, he's not in a house. Interesting.
No, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is his friend in there, kind of.
Do you know who spent most of his time on a TV show in a house?
Who?
Steve Urkel.
Okay, thank you. I don't like when you interrupt. No, we're not doing that. Basically, my point was, he is the same person every character he's ever played, because his bit in that. Can you guess what Lin-Manuel Miranda's bit in that show would be? It's a medical drama. And guess what he does in that show? If
I had to guess, I would guess that he plays like a somewhat shy at first Hispanic man who breaks out into song and or rap at some point.
You just killed it,
dude. Because he does that.
He raps at all times. He talks about how he's Puerto Rican. Yep.
He shows up on TV shows and he does that. He'll do that every single show he's on. He'll just do one episode and you'll never see him again. He's not a real character.
He's in a few episodes, but yeah.
He showed up on, we're watching Modern Family right now, and I thought we were safe after the fiasco he put us through in How I Met Your Mother season 9. No, season 2 of that show, which was our next show we started, there's Lin-Manuel again, trying to sell dog treats to Jay.
It's insane.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like, I don't know, he's like manic in this, universe and doesn't want help. And, he's just wrapping up a storm.
Is he rapping well, though?
No, that's his whole bit kind of, is that he can't finish the last line ever. And so he wants to get better. And
that's actually funny.
Yeah, but it's when back then, like you've watched it in 2009 or whenever, it's probably like, oh, this is fun. But knowing that he was cooking up Hamilton at the time, and this was about to be his whole persona for 20 years, it's like, all right.
Yeah, you know who I bet hates that episode? I bet Jacob Collier fans hate it.
Why is that?
Because they could not live with an unresolved melody.
Right, because with tension comes resolution if you're a Jacob Collier fan always.
Yeah, but what they don't know is that Jacob Collier only creates tension, and it never feels good. Anyways, enough Jacob Collier talk. I said we need to do a short to medium length episode today, and we have not even gotten started. Right. So, you got beef with registries, wedding registries. Yes,
because we were on the phone last week because I hadn't bought anything off your registry yet. And I was like, okay, I need to get this done. I am the best man. And so you sent me the link.
More like best baby, but we'll get to that.
You sent me the link to the registry.
Oh, did you hear? Sorry. Goo Goo Gaga. Did you understand that better?
Yeah, and nobody knows what you're talking about, and
We'll get to
they
it.
won't until later. Yeah. So they sent me the link to your registry, right? And by they, I mean you.
Right. I was
And
there.
I look at these items, and I'm just like, what's going on here? Can we go through a couple of these?
Yes, and I'm hesitant to get in trouble with my fiance because I've had this conversation with her, and I think it might just be a man thing versus a woman thing in the most generalized sense. I'm
No,
gonna probably
because
be on your
there's-
side though.
Hold
But
on.
I also
There's plenty of useful items on here.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
There's plenty of useful items on here. You need tongs. You need forks and knives and spoons. You need plates. You need bowls. You need all of this. This is great. This is all
Yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I've scrolled to the point where I found Crate and Barrel Marin 2.7 gallon glass drink dispenser.
And see, now you're bringing up one that I think is kind of cool. So I'm going to
Okay.
disagree with you because that's
Well, why don't I
cool.
scroll one past? Why don't I scroll one past? Carson Ash Wood beverage tub. Now it's
Okay,
a tub that
and that's
you
it.
now.
Okay,
now
that's not fair. I got to add one fun thing to the registry when we were in Crate and Barrel. For
You
like
added that?
Yeah, we were in Crate and Barrel for like 4 hours, and Brittany said I could add one
Okay.
thing of myself for
May
myself
I-
that I like. Have you
may
been? No, stop. Have you been in a Crate and Barrel before?
Yes.
Have you been in one? They're not fun for people like you and me. I found one thing that I was
What
like,
is that?
oh, that could kind of be fun. And I got to add it to the registry, and that's the one
This
thing
is
I
the
added.
wrong
And I would
token.
appreciate that you
This
don't.
could be
I would
fun.
appreciate. Yeah,
Bro.
What do you? Bro,
Carson Ash Wood beverage tub. So
Bro,
for the people
it's Crate
that
and
are,
It's Crate and Barrel
for
fun.
people
It's
listening
not,
that can't see the picture on the
it's not
screen.
juggling fun. It's not juggling fun. It's not golfing with the boys
For the
fun.
people who
it's
can't see the picture on the
hospitality
screen,
fun.
it's a wooden tub with a metal interior that you fill with ice and then put beverages in.
Bro, it's
Right?
for party.
And
It's
where
for-
do you put
if
this? Where do you put this? On
Bro.
the counter next to the refrigerator?
No, bro.
We
no,
have
bro,
a refrigerator
no, bro,
for
no,
the drinks
bro.
to keep them cold.
No,
Why would you
because-
put this right next
no,
to it?
No,
And then
you're so
waste
wrong.
all the
I
ice
cannot
to
believe
do
how
it.
wrong you are. I was ready to be on your side, and you're so wrong about this because you're going after the one thing that I think is actually kind of cool. It's for hosting. It's for parties. If you're out, what if you have people over and you're sitting outside? We have green space at our house that we just got for our marriage. What if we want to host people? What if we want to cook outside? What about 4th of July? What if we want to bring drinks somewhere that aren't in the refrigerator? Obviously, if we're by a refrigerator, we'll keep stuff in the refrigerator. But can I just
How
have one
far
thing
can you
that-
possibly get from the refrigerator to make this worth it, though?
Bro, outside. If you're outside, you're not gonna.
Bro, I hate to tell you this. You can walk inside.
Have you been to a party? Have you ever been to a party before of like a house like a cookout house party site of sorts?
Yes.
We have a community pool. What if we want to hang out at the pool with our friends? The pool is walking distance. It's
You're
it's
gonna
no longer,
who
it's no
who
longer
is
in the
carrying a
property.
tub of ice with drinks in it?
Bro, I
Just
don't
get a
know.
Yeti cooler.
I don't know. It's essentially this. Yes, you could. They are replaceable.
But it's
this-
open air. It's open air. It doesn't even close.
It doesn't matter. It's just supposed to keep drinks cool for like an hour and a half. House
An
parties
hour and a
don't.
half?
I don't know. House parties don't last forever. You're actually
ice
so
is gonna
wrong about
melt.
that. And the thing is some stuff you just get for fun. And this was a fun thing for me, and it was a fun thing for us.
I've
It's
been in
like,
Crate and Barrels. They have pizza ovens. They have like way
Why- I
cooler
don't need a
things than
pizza oven.
a Carson Ash beverage tub.
I don't need a pizza oven. I don't need that. That's not something I would want to do. I don't want to learn the art of making pizzas from scratch. So that's not something I'd be interested in.
Oh, you just like storing beverages in ice?
Yeah, it looks cool. Let me put you on the.
That's the art you want to get into. You're not into pizza. You're into sticking glasses in ice.
Let's take a quick pause because we need to talk about this. Ginnick gave a great shout out to all our sponsors because we're getting thousands of listeners, hundreds of thousands of impressions a week at this point, a month maybe. And sponsors are still not lining up at our door, knocking our door down. And we're about to make a push for our favorite sponsors to sponsor us, including Longhorn Steakhouse. We'll shout them out now because we're coming back for Longhorn Steakhouse after the way they treated us because we love them and we want them to love us back. Poppy, I love Poppy. Poppy is a prebiotic soda. It is so good. It is so good.
Superior to Olipop in every way.
Exactly.
And I'm allowed to say that.
And I think I'm allowed to say it too because freedom of speech. And I'm saying it now. Poppy rocks. We love Poppy, and that's something that you could put in that drink cooler. Then we have Body Armor. We're coming for Body Armor too. Body Armor, we love you. I cannot tell you how many people, Tyler and I, especially probably me, have gotten onto Body Armor. I love Body Armor, and I have told all my friends. I'm going to cut that out. I have told everyone I go outside with to do like a physical activity with, when you need to be replacing your electrolytes, like whenever you would drink like a Redacted Gatorade or a Redacted Powerade, how about you get something a little bit healthier for you, coconut water based, but you don't taste the coconut. And how about you enjoy that instead and replace your electrolytes with way fewer syrups and dyes? stuff like that. And I'm selling people on that all the time. And it's about time that we have an audience that they should at least be sending us free stuff and maybe even paying us, because I'm ready to make those moves. And this is a great time to say it. I want to hold drinks in my exposed cooler of the stuff I love, including Poppy, Body Armor. And I'm sure it would keep, I don't know, meats. Ever heard of chicken tenders from Longhorn Steakhouse? This one's a stretch. I'm stretching. No, I'm stretching. I'm stretching. No. I know I'm stretching, and I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna retract that. But we love Longhorn Steakhouse too. But what I'm trying to say is this drink tub has functionality. It looks good. It'll be a fun thing to have. And also, Poppy and Body Armor, sponsor us, please.
Thank you.
Agree with me on the sponsor. Can you agree with me on the sponsor stuff?
On the sponsors, for sure.
Okay.
Now, I don't drink Body Armor that much, but it's delicious when I do drink it. Winks at camera.
Nice. Good save.
But okay, so next we move on to the Pottery Barn section. And you know what's coming here, right?
Oh yeah, I do. This one I have no defense for, and I'm not going to try to have a defense for it.
There are white marble place card holders. And now it's a set of 4, and you're requesting 2 of these.
You is a stretch, but yeah, I guess technically yes, I am part of the group requesting this.
At what dinner function or party are you going to need to have people's place marked off in such a way that a place marker is needed?
Right, and I've actually, because I didn't know this was on the registry until you pointed it out, and I was kind of taken aback by this one as well. And to answer your question, is I've been thinking about it a lot in the last week. I don't know. I really don't. I have an example of when we're going to have assigned seats that are going to use place card holders, and that is
the wedding.
The wedding is not open seating, but like you get assigned a table and then you sit anywhere at that table.
So the
rehearsal dinner we are doing place cards for.
Right.
But I will say, we're going to have more than 8 people at the rehearsal dinner, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And we don't even have those bought yet, and I mean, if we don't get them, I'm going to survive truly so fine without them. But I don't know when there's ever going to be a time where we need to assign seats at a house party. But so yeah, I'm sure there's a functionality that I'm missing that Brittany probably has for them. I can't defend them right now though. And I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I will say I checked the Amazon section. Everything on the Amazon is just kind of cool.
Yeah, I had a lot more say in the Amazon section. That was all the kind of the stuff that I wanted to like build, like
fireproof safe,
like a home. Safe. Yeah, our Brittany's lawyer friends got that for us, which felt very appropriate. And then, lawyers love
is this
legal
a record
documents.
Player?
Yeah, and there's even more cool reasons for that because
a 2-pack outdoor foldable chair.
Oh, you're just not listening? Okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead. There's even more cool reasons for that because
the record player, because I think I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I think I told you that the I don't know what it's called. Like, like the guest book that you sign at weddings. Our guest book is going to be a rotary phone that you leave a voicemail on, and then it gets pressed onto vinyl. How cool is that?
Yeah. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
Play it here.
Yeah, well, overpressed vinyl is going to be sick. So, yeah, I think overall, I really like our registry, and the stuff that we've gotten has been really nice. I've never had nice home stuff before, and now that we have nice home stuff, I kind of get what we're doing here. But yeah, there's a few that I can't defend, and you happen to pick out the one that I definitely cannot defend the most.
Now, there is one that I mentioned. It's a plate, which is great, but it seems to come with a piece of toast and butter, which I don't understand.
Well, okay, so that is just a picture. That's just a marketing picture. The butter doesn't actually come with the...
okay, so just the toast and the syrup, I guess?
The toast and syrup may be included. I have to check the item description, but I know for a fact the butter is not included in the butter dish.
Okay. So it's just the dinner plate.
Right. Maybe toast. Okay. Any more questions?
On the registry, no, everything else is pretty reasonable. I mean, do you need 12 sets of silverware? Who knows? That's not for me to decide.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that one you do. I was shocked by the price of silverware, but you do, like, you need 12 forks. There's a time and place to have 12 forks. Yes, there's a time and place to have 12 forks.
But it's not 12 forks. It's like 24 forks because they are two forks to a set, right?
Well, there's a small fork and a big fork, and so
right, but you never use both.
We've used a lot of forks. I mean, I don't think you realize, especially.
I didn't know your kitchen had a Michelin star.
Dude, what is that? Get out of here, man. Get out. I'm ready to transition. And by transition, I would like to say, goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga. Go ahead, baby.
So I climbed outside yesterday, and it was an easy route. I will be the first to admit it.
Interesting, easy.
The grade was 5.9, which if you don't know anything about like climbing grades, it's like
easy.
5.5 is basically like a walking trail, and then 5.9 is where it's like getting to like, okay, you're climbing something, and then it's like 510. They put letters 510 A, B, C, D, and then all the way to 515, and that's like it just gets progressively harder over that. So 5.9 is pretty easy.
I've done a 6.1 before,
and that's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
So it was easy, right?
Wait, how did you understand me? This is like a Stewie from Family Guy situation. I should have said,
not.
Cuckoo gaga, cuckoo gaga. Anyways, keep going.
Because I climbed it, right? And I sent Matt the video.
Uh-huh.
And
it looks cool. It does look cool.
I was letting you know that it was terrifying because it's the first time I've been up that high on a rock outside. And, you go to a climbing gym, all the holds are, the same color. You know where to grab.
Built in a factory, too. Yeah, there's a difference.
Right. This is a rock where it's not as clear where you're supposed to go, even if the moves are technically easy. And so that, along with like the lack of clipping that we're doing with the rope, it was scary. So I said that, and you said that you wouldn't be scared at all doing something like that.
Right. Well, I noticed you had a harness on, so I said it's kind of weird doing that with a harness, even though it's just going up a little rock.
Going and a helmet. Scurrying up a little rock, right?
Yeah.
For a rat like you, that's no problem. That's what you're saying?
Goats and sheep do that in their sleep.
Right. I'm a human being.
With shoes on, yeah, and like equipment. Yeah, great point. Keep going.
Shoes and equipment. Well, yeah, but you just roasted me for the equipment, so I'm not allowed.
I'm not talking about that kind of equipment. I'm talking about like hand powder. Did you have Did you have some baby powder in your hand?
Hand powder. No,
little
it's
baby
not
powder. Little baby powder for the baby.
It's chalk. It's magnesium carbonate.
Okay, babies are born with magnesium in their body. Anyways, keep going.
Well, I was just saying I would like to formally invite you to come down here. I will set up a top rope on that, and top rope's much more safe than what I was doing. So I would love to see you try to climb that and not be scared. You'd be crying like a little baby.
Yeah,
we'd have to.
Like a little baby.
I'd have to have an umbrella because you'd probably pee your pants, and I'd be down below. So
right. You did say you would like to formally invite me. You already did invite me, and I've already accepted hours ago, and I've already.
That was informal. That was an informal invite.
That was in writing. Invite. I would argue that was more formal, but anyways.
No.
Yeah, I would love to do it. And I would love to prove you wrong that going up a little rock is not that scary. We live on rocks every day.
That's all you have to say? We live on rocks every day?
Yep. I'm kind of done.
Okay. Well, you wanted to keep this episode short, so you're the one, like, just call me a baby for no reason. How about I ask you a question that kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. Because you asked me if I'd ever been outside before.
Yeah.
And I have.
Okay.
So it's a debate we had. What episode was this? Do you remember?
I don't know. I just remember this was a funny one from the 1 year anniversary.
It was like 3. It was
early
3.
on.
Because we were reaching.
This is when we realized that there's not just like unlimited amounts of stuff you can debate. That's also kind of fun. And this was our first real reach. I actually strained my hamstring this week, doing the prep work, which didn't feel good. But bought new shoes today too. I think you're gonna like them. I think they're cool.
What kind?
Nike. Sorry, we don't want to get sponsored. We don't want to get sponsored by them. Don't want to get sponsored by Nike. So I'll
Pegasus?
cut that out. No, I thought about it. No, I thought about those too. I've had Free Run forever, but anyways, we're getting sidetracked. New shoes coming soon. Maybe I'll climb a mountain with them one day. Who knows?
Probably not.
So yeah, the debate was if you were standing in the garage with the door open, are you inside or outside?
And you said you were outside.
Right. Because I'm outside.
But you are inside.
No, because there's a whole wall missing.
We can't do this again. We just can't. We just can't.
No, you got it.
We cannot do this.
No,
I have it. You just don't.
No, say something
we
about
can't do this again. This is so stupid.
Why are you inside if the free-flowing air from the outside is coming straight in?
Okay, open a window. Are you outside?
Yeah.
All right, dude. You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
No, the window feels like more of a stretch, but the outside, windows are different than doors, and garage door feels just like outside. You're just on an awning at that point. Am I right?
No.
Ronnie, am I right? Nah, he's not here.
Spawning Ronnie. That's crazy. Yeah, nobody thinks that you're outside if you're inside, except you.
Okay. Do you want to revisit anything from the debates last week? Ronnie really swooped in and ran us through those really quick. Is a bucket a hole? What did we actually sit on?
I want to get into something Ronnie asked actually.
Okay.
Ronnie asked, "Is Matt?"
Hey, Rat Pack editor Matt here. Ronnie's not here, of course, but he still left this question that kind of led to some chaos. So we're just going to jump around it and try to keep our sponsors intact. Thanks, Rat Pack. But here's the highlight.
Crohn's disease.
I'm going to make a statement right here, right now.
Okay.
Longhorn Steakhouse, we love your chicken tenders, we love your broccoli, and
okay, we're back. Tyler was just making fun of Crohn's disease. That's why the cuts have been so weird. He doesn't.
Man.
So I have a game, a challenge for you, and I think it can be a challenge for both of us because I think you can think of a version for me very, very quickly because it's not a difficult game. So I saw a TikTok.
Did I get it right when you said it?
No,
Okay,
you did. But so I think you'll still like this game too, though. So
okay.
I saw a TikTok, and these
my
guys,
guess was it was like who am I? I'm like short and have small feet and small wrists, and you would say, oh, I'm Matt Howard. Okay, so go.
Right, yeah, similar to that, but this game, yeah. So this game is called Who Am I? I stole this idea from the people who I kind of take most of my ideas from on TikTok. They're kind of doing what we do, but probably just at a higher level, to be honest, production value wise. They're called Breadbasket. They're great. And they do this game on their podcast called Who Am I? And you just pick like a fictional or real life. You can pick anyone basically. They always pick like fictional characters, either a cartoon or like an actual human character from movies and TV, anything. And you have to go back and forth. Oh, actually, you do have to think of a character because they go back and forth, and whoever figures out who their character is first by asking questions wins. Does that make sense?
I've seen this game. It's like that episode of The Office where they're all a nationality.
Right. It's like when they were all nationalities, but we're doing fictional characters.
Right. Not nationalities.
Yes. So it can be any fictional character you want. I already have mine picked out and ready to go, and I would love for you.
But by yours, it's like actually me.
Yes,
I'm asking
the character I have in my mind. You have to ask questions to figure out, and if you figure yours out before I figure mine out, you win.
Okay, I have mine for you.
Okay, so I'll let you ask the first question because I sprung this on you.
Okay, am I a basketball player?
You are not. Okay. Am I a human?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I should have asked that. Am I a human?
Yes.
Okay, sick.
Am I an animated human?
No. Am I on a television show?
No. Am I in a movie?
Yeah.
And I will say, they sometimes do non-yes and no questions, so you can ask like more abstract questions as well.
Okay. Am I in a movie?
Wait, what did you say? Am I in a movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Pretty much.
Okay. So, wait, what question do you ask me?
I also want to know if I'm in a movie. That was where I was going next.
Yes, you are in a movie.
Okay, sick.
So do I come from like a franchise that has TV and movies?
No.
Weird.
Okay. I'm a fictional character in a movie. So am I interviewing for a job at Google?
Yes. What?
Okay. Hold on. Let me cook. Oh, it's your turn, but let me cook.
I had to just guess who you are right away. No, I don't. You have a 50-50 shot.
I have a 50-50, yeah.
Okay, so I can ask one more clarifying question. Okay. What genre of movie am I in?
Movie musical.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. Am I Owen Wilson in the interview or internship?
No.
Okay. I feel like I was, though.
Okay. Okay, fine. You definitely were, but I wanted to be.
Okay.
Okay,
get you guessing.
You went first. I have one chance to respond. How did you get that? Okay, I'm in a movie musical. Am I Zac Efron's character in The Greatest Showman?
No.
Oh man. Okay, take your guess. Oh no, you already got it. Sorry, you already got it. Do you know what your character's name is?
No, actually. What's his character's? What's the name in that movie?
His name is Nick Campbell in the movie.
Okay,
I didn't know
of
that
course.
either until I just looked that up. But yeah, I cannot believe you pulled that so fast. The Internship is like not a movie we love The Internship, but it's not like one of our first movies we talk about.
I figured when I got movie, I was like, all right, we're zoning in on Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. And we had a couple movies to choose from, but the Wedding Crashers was too obvious. So we had to pivot to, yeah. And so you were, do you want to know or do you want to guess?
Oh, no. Please tell me.
You were Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That's not a fictional character.
Well, I guess, sorry, you were him as Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. You actually held that up perfectly then. Because even when I asked the questions that were confusing, you actually gave the correct answer. Okay.
Right.
That went a lot faster than I thought it would. So why don't we do one more round? So let's take a quick beat and let's think of something. Okay. I've got mine.
All right. You ready?
Oh, wait. Should we let's mute and tell the audience. So you mute first.
Okay. All right. Matt is Stuart Little. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mute. Okay. I am Bowser from Super Mario. Okay. I'm ready.
All right. You want to?
I believe I should get to go first.
Yeah.
Am I a human non-cartoon character?
No.
So I'm a cartoon. Okay.
Well,
Maybe not actually. You're right. I asked too many questions at once. Okay. Your turn.
am I a human?
No.
Did we
Am
pick
I
someone?
am I a cartoon character?
Actually, let me fact check this.
Wait, can I change mine? I don't like what I did anymore.
No.
I thought of something better.
No.
Fine. What are you fact checking? How are you?
I would say
fact-checking
no.
something?
I would say no. You're not a cartoon character.
Oh my. Okay.
Am I a cartoon character?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I Fantastic Mr. Fox from Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No. Am I Ratatouille?
No.
Okay.
Am I in a movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I want to get specific, but all right. Am I, or do I interact with humans?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I also in any other form of media besides movies?
Can I fact check that?
Dude, what character have you done? What are we doing
No, I don't
here?
think so. No.
Okay.
Am I an animal?
I think so.
Oh,
I would say yes, more animal than anything else.
okay.
Am I like a ghost or something?
No.
Okay.
More animal than anything else. And I forget if you said I was animated. No, I am animated.
Yeah, you're animated.
Animated, animal-ish.
Yeah.
I'm not Matt Damon in Downsizing.
You're not Matt Damon in Downsizing. Pretty
Okay,
close.
am I? Dang. I have no idea what to ask. Like, I don't even know where this could be going.
Why
I don't
don't
know
you just take a guess or something?
I'll
I'll give you some clarity on after your guess.
Okay, am I in Zootopia?
You're not in Zootopia, but you are in a movie or something.
Okay, that didn't give any clarity. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, am I? Man, this one's. Oh, does my character come from a movie that we have like inside jokes about?
I feel like we have had jokes about it, but it might not be like the first thing on your list.
Not in our common nomenclature anymore,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
Okay.
I've got it.
Okay.
Am I Olaf from Frozen?
You're not Olaf from Frozen. I would argue he's
Okay.
no amount animal. He's a snowman.
Okay, I didn't know what your criteria was.
Am I? Wait, did you say if I was in a cartoon?
I said you were not in a cartoon.
Am I like a Muppet?
No. But you're not in a cartoon, but like I would say you're probably like some sort of CGI animal in the movie. That's because I want to give you a good hint. since you won't give me one.
CGI. Okay. Oh, this is going to be hard.
Okay. What color animal am I?
Like a yellow, orange, green.
Oh, I know.
He's multiple colors. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I should have said he, but he's multiple colors.
Sweet.
Am I a he?
Yes. He's multiple colors. Does he talk?
I think so, but I also think it's mostly just like grumbles and closed captions.
Okay, I know it.
Okay, good, because I'm like so lost and I'm ready to be done because I think you went really difficult here.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay. Can you give me a hint?
Yeah.
Fair.
You're a little guy.
I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so would I be Groot?
No, you're not Groot.
Okay, you said green and
no, he's green and brown. He's not green, brown, and orange.
Oh, no.
Maybe he's red. Oh, wait, he's red. He's red. He's not green. He's red. His other guys are green, but he's red, I think.
Bro, you threw me off with that. You just
okay, you're right. You're right, and I'm sorry about that. But he probably has some green on him too, though, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Am I from like a movie franchise?
You could say that. I mean, there's one movie that stands out, but I believe they made a sequel.
Okay. Wait, okay, I've got it actually. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Okay, so
if I get this
red.
right, it's crazy.
I'm red then?
I would say your most defining colors are like a brownish orange and a lot of red in one particular region.
And I grumble and it's a lot of subtitles.
Yeah. I think he may speak English, but I think it's mostly just grumbling and then we are given subtitles in English.
I know I'm going to know it when you say it. I can't picture it.
He's very popular in the world, not like super popular between you and me. Right. I went kind of a different direction where it's just like a very general character.
Right. Okay. Am I I don't know. Pass.
Okay. I'm going to take a guess here. I am the little absinthe ghost monster from Eurotrip.
Oh my god.
And their club in Bratislava, Slovakia.
No, man. No.
What? No, that's everything you said is pointed to that being the
I
answer.
said you were animated.
He is animated. He's CGI'd.
Or not like, well then no, that's still not it.
Oh.
Can we just tell each other?
Yeah, I think we've gone too far.
You're Stuart Little.
That stinks. That's actually so easy. Okay, you were Bowser.
I was never gonna get that.
Dude, I know. I don't know. It felt like it would be easy, but then you're right. This is actually a really hard game, especially over an audio medium. So why don't we play it again next week or never again and move on to Q&A?
I think we get Ronnie in on that.
Yeah, I think Ronnie would like that. Or like Noah. I think Noah would actually be good too. Maybe see if we can get both of them.
I like that.
Noah would have no fun. Yeah, let's get them all. Why not?
Let's get a 5-man going.
Okay, so Q&A. If you want to ask Q&A, follow us on this Instagram, TikTok. You don't have to do that to ask Q&A. But if you ask us a question on there, like we have a new Q&A asker this week from our viral TikTok turned Instagram reel, or you can just follow us on Instagram or leave a comment on Spotify below on this episode. This is something that you can do right now, and you can ask a question and we'll get to it. But right now, our first question of the day from at D1 and absolutely nuttin'. What's the point of making a podcast about football if you don't know? I wish Ronnie was here to say the S word for us about football.
I mean, I would argue that this podcast is not about football at all. I think that's where the comment missed the mark.
I think I would argue that guy jumped to massive conclusions in a field he doesn't know much about, which I've noticed has been a lot of our hate comments recently, is people just spewing garbage and not really knowing what they're dealing with. And this D1 absolutely nuttin' seems to be one of those guys. Welcome back to Until We Agree, not a football podcast, but we would love for you to listen anyways, D1 absolutely nuttin', if you're listening, which I really doubt you are.
And then Kim asks, silver jewelry or gold jewelry and why? And I've only got one thing to say to that, and I believe we're going to be in agreement here.
Yeah.
There's only one piece of jewelry we wear,
Yep.
Even after you get your wedding ring on, I know that's going to be off, and this is permanent even, so it means more than a wedding ring.
There's more permanence, yeah. There's more permanence to this one.
Permanent jewelry, this is gold, solid gold, 30 carats or something like that. I don't know how carats work, so.
Yeah, I think it's around 30 carats. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I don't know how
I think we got it. We spent $34 on them, so I would say around 30 carats is probably fair.
It's $1 a carat, I think.
I think that sounds about right. But yeah, so me and my boy Tyler, we're only kissing one piece of jewelry, and it's our permanent friendship bracelets whenever we're missing each other.
35 carats of gold.
35 carats of gold and
a lifetime of memories.
No, I couldn't have said it better myself. I would love to hear the Yu-Gi-Oh story. I know we've been talking about it for a while now, but I think we just ended on
next week.
A really sweet note. Yeah, let's kick the Yu-Gi-Oh story. Let's do it.
We should kiss our bracelets in sync.
Yep, I think that's the only thing we can do to end this episode. So we're gonna do a little kiss, and then we're gonna throw it to Hutch to end this episode. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I didn't do it.
What?
No, I did it. I did it.
Okay, I knew you did.
Well, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
This is post-credit, so.
Oh, okay.
But why don't you give us another character to end the episode? You started out so hot with
can
that.
Can you do the club thing again?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a pretty girl in a club, and you're a guy who wants to talk to me. We are in Germany.
I already know where we are. Don't set the scene.
Okay. Do with that what you will. Okay. And action.
Hey.
What?
It's Matt Damon from Downsizing.
You look like Matt Damon from Downsizing.
I'm tiny.
Yeah, you're really tiny. How's your wife?
Small.
No, I don't think you've seen the movie you don't know the source material that well. She never got small.
That's not canon. All right.